This month on Bloomberg Television, May 2008, disaster rocked China. The strongest earthquake in 3 decades killed nearly 100,000 people and left millions more homeless. Man-made problems helped contribute to the tragedy. 1 year later, the rebuilding continues. How much progress has been made? And how much has been learned? We'll examine the lessons from the Sichuan earthquake throughout the month of May on Bloomberg Television. This week on Bloomberg Television, Indonesia's economy is growing at its slowest pace in half a decade. Still, it's managed to avoid plunging into recession along with its Southeast Asian neighbors. Can the nation's president keep growth alive? On July 7th, voters face an important choice: whether to make Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono the first democratically re-elected president of Indonesia. We'll have special coverage of Indonesia's choice this week on Bloomberg Television. This week on Bloomberg Television, Malaysia's mired in its worst economic slump in a decade as exports plummet. But now business confidence is rising after the government unveiled not one but 2 stimulus packages, and the central bank slashed interest rates. When will Malaysia recover? And what businesses will lead the way? Asia Confidential will focus on Malaysia every day this week on Bloomberg Television. Next week on Bloomberg Television. First it was the Olympics. Now the world is coming back to China again. 70 million people will visit Shanghai for the World Expo starting in May. And Bloomberg Television will be there. Exhibits from more than 200 countries and organizations will focus on urban life as China aims to introduce the world to a better city, better life. We'll have live reports from Expo 2010 throughout the first week in May on Bloomberg Television. Wake up to the Morning Call. Bernie Lowe and Bloomberg's team of more than 2,000 journalists deliver news you can't afford to miss. Morning Call will go in depth on the biggest stories from Wall Street and tell you what to expect for the day ahead in Asia. Watch Morning Call every weekday. No one covers Asia better than Bloomberg.